my name is Lindsay and I am a flight attendant. If you have never seen my face before, welcome to my channel, and if you are not new, welcome back. Today we are doing part 2 of Flight Attendant Terminology. I just figured I'd break this up just because I had a lot of words and I filmed this video like 16 times literally, and it came out to like 22 minutes each time, and I just thought, no, that's not how we're gonna do this. So we are going to do kind of the fun words now. On Tuesday when I posted the video, it was more of like a round total of like what everyone uses when they're on the airplane, but these words are kind of what we use off and on the airplane. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first word is flight deck. This is where the pilots sit and fly the airplane. They used to call it a cockpit, but now for other reasons they call it a flight deck because there are women pilots. So it is no longer a cockpit, it is a flight deck. The next term is senior mamas. I talked about senior mamas. These are very senior flight attendants that have been with a company for a very long time, and they get everything that they want and anything that they want. So some people call them dinosaurs, which I think is really rude and inconsiderate because they're really not, because I know somebody that has been with my airline for 30 years. She started flying when she was 18. So she's actually not old. She's older, but she's not old whatsoever. There are some flight attendants that started when they were 30 and they've been with the company for 30 years and they are like in their 60s now. So that's kind of where the term dinosaur comes into, because they're older, but it's kind of rude. So we just call them senior mamas, and they know they're senior mamas. So if you want to watch that video, it's down below. The next term is kind of a cringy term for me. I hate this. I hate this. If you are a passenger, please do not partake in this. It is called Galley Yoga. It is when passengers come into our galley, aka our kitchen, our office space, our personal bubble, and they put their butts in our face so they can stretch. And I understand you need to stretch because it's a long flight, you need to get your blood circulated, I get that. And there are so many news articles out there, I cannot even tell you how many there are, or people like fitness vloggers, bloggers, doing all this stuff, and they're saying that it's okay for you to go in the galley and stretch on an airplane. It's actually not. So don't do it. It's just rude because we're eating or we're talking to each other. We're like essentially on our break when we're back there. We do have to do every 15 minutes do like a walkthrough of a trash service, water service, coffee service after we do our initial service. So when we are back there, we're eating, doing personal things. So it's just kind of rude when you come back there and put your butt in our face and stretch. It's just not very fun. You could talk to us, that's totally fine. Like, I'm basically a therapist on the airplane. It's scary. But if you are wanting to talk to your flight attendants, that's cool. But if you want to stretch, do it in the aisle or in or around your seat, not in the galley. Landing lips. This is our way of saying you need to put lipstick on for landing, because we smile and say bye-bye, see you later, have a good day, bye-bye now. It's just to freshen up, basically. So if you ever hear the term landing lips, it's just flight attendants putting lipstick on. Non-rev or non-revenue. This is one of the perks of being a flight attendant, is that you get free flights or cheap flights. So by cheap flights, I mean we only have to pay taxes when we go international. And free flights, I mean when you are flying domestically, you get free flights anywhere in the country. Non-rev is standby, because you are waiting for a seat. It's hard sometimes to get a seat because there are no seats available. Flying standby, non-rev. This also brings me to the topic of a commuter. A commuter is somebody that lives in a different state but is based in a different state. So someone that is living in Kansas City but they are based in Minneapolis, they have to commute on an airplane to Minneapolis, and if that flight's full, they have to figure out a different route, a different way to get to work, drive, whatever they have to do, take a train. I know people that have taken trains to Chicago from Minneapolis that live in Minneapolis and commute to Chicago, because the flights to Chicago out of Minnie are horrible 87% of the time. That's what a commuter is, if you live in one state but are based in another and you have to get your way to work. I am not a commuter. I live in Minneapolis and I am based in Minneapolis, and I used to be a commuter at my old airline, and that was really rough. Even though the flight was 45 minutes, it was still rough. Still rough. A slam clicker. A slam clicker is somebody that goes into the room, slams the door, and clicks the lock, and you don't see them for the rest of the layover. I am guilty of being a slam clicker lately just because my sleep pattern has been really off, and we have been having really short layovers, so it's just really not worth doing anything, and I just like to sit in my room and watch Netflix anyway. If we have a longer layover, then you'll see me out and about. So a slam clicker is somebody that you will not see the entire layover. And lastly, we are going to be talking about a pairing, or your trip, or your schedule. So a pairing is essentially the trip that you are flying. So let's say I am flying the pairing of a San Francisco turn today, or tomorrow I am doing a 4-day trip, 4-day pairing. So your pairing is essentially your trip that you are flying. I hope these terms helped you a little bit more in when I am vlogging and I talk about this kind of stuff, or if you are going through training right now, it kind of helps you, because a lot of these terms you don't learn in training, you just kind of pick it up once you do come out onto the line of being a flight attendant. I asked you guys on Tuesday if you wanted to see an airplane tour video, so if this video also gets 200 likes, I will do that. So 400 likes on each. Deal? If we get 400 likes on each together, so 200 and 200. Good. If you are not subscribed, please do so, and make sure you hit that bell so you are notified when I do post a video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you later. Bye!